Live Rise, Incremental Science, 17. And today we're talking to the combination of past life energies and how they manifest into the physical. Characteristics, i.e. through incremental values. We're going to start out by looking at the understanding of your grandparents, no matter what age that cipher comes from. You have grandparent A, grandma A, grandparent B, grandpa B, and we have these formalizations as past concepts. So this would be grandpa A. This would be grandpa A. This would be grandma A. This would be grandma B, and this right here would be grandpa B. So the reason why I did it this way is because you have divine guidance and you also have divine unconditional love. That brings the love frequency. This is the actual glue. This is the glue that binds each situation. Divine guidance is the process that it follows to ultimately become a future pretense. The potential combination points, as you can see here, I have them labeled as separate colors that can possibly combinate through these combinations that from the past formulate into one particular being. You have the guidance of the glue, the divine energy, the guidance and the glue, the divine energy and the unconditional love. You have the combination points of existence. These are the two main creations, the two main grandparent situations. Like I have it up here: Grandpa A, Grandpa B, Grandma B, and Grandma A and Grandma B, whatever. B1, B2. This energy here can manifest physical parts of the body, can manifest in the physical parts of the body. Past family energies, these two are the same in one retrospect. Now, let's get into this conversation real quick. After I showed you the whole diagram, let's get into it. All right, so through existences, you have this increment system that is like orbed around you. Like people like to call it your auric field. They call it the energy force that follows you or whatever. I'm about to show you how this really works. This is a tether. It's only turned on by you understanding its possibilities or its probabilities. It's not just going to work like that. But for the most part, on idle, the way it works is as a protection barrier or a sensibility barrier, but it has more attributes. So from the past, your ancestors are attached to the wavelength energy that it's like if I took two halves of a circle, right? And I put one in the back and one in the front, and it was invisible. Well, the power of that is actually pushed from time and space. So it comes from like your past and your future, and it like locks around you like that. You don't even see it, but that's how it is. Ultimately, these energies are fortified by the DNA, the DNA aspect of your ancestors, because this is called residual energy. So this is what keeps you in the solar circumference. This is existence that keeps you in this circumference. So your two sets from your father and your mother's grandparents, they complete a complete circle, a cipher around you, because that's the Trinity, right? That's the Trinity. So each cipher was completed. It completes an existence around you, which is tethered to your future and your past. This is fortuitive. This is past energy. Majority of the time, some of this energy, and the reason why I have it shown here as orange going into this part of the body is because your hands may be similar to somebody in your elders. It might be a particular part of your head or your eyes or your chin or your body. It'd be something resonated into a physical attribute from time indefinite that caught up through your own parents with you from there, and it landed into you in a physical attribute. And you're walking around with it's like Frankenstein. You got all these parts. You got all these parts. You got your feet like this one. You got your eyes like this one. You smile like this one. Your head the same size. You grow your beard like this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always some particular energy that manifests. The difference is you're not seeing that it's characteristics that come with each one of these. It's characteristics that come with the manifestation of energy that came from past that will combine into an individual. Now, what happens is you think this is a power. You think this is fortuitous for you, and you get carried away within yourself, talking about, I don't know why I feel this, and I'm doing this, and this came from my family. So what? It don't mean nothing. They're sending you that energy so you can beat it for them. They couldn't beat it in their past. That's why it's still resonant now. It's still them. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately what's happening as these frequencies are going through you, they're trying to see if you come out individually as one of them or a stronger combination point, because the combination point will speak to the value, excuse me, the combination point will speak to the value of how strong, particularly if you had more heart, more strength, more intellect, or if you was just whatever, you know what I'm saying? You had more of an aggressibility. Like these different characteristics will manifest into the individual on a foreplay, you know what I mean? Meaning they come from your grandparents, not your parents. Your parents are the subsequent value of their parents, you know what I'm saying? So it keeps going backwards like that. It jumps over each one because you have to get a compilance of two to complete the auric field of you. So they can see the unconditional love in you. This is why your grandparents look at you in a certain way. They can see, or supposed to be, not all of them, because all of them ain't walking that walk. They just talking, you know what I'm saying? So they don't be knowing. But for the most part, and this right here is for elders who are watching, people who are around my age, you know what I'm saying, you in your 40s, your 50s, you want to find out how to, or you even in your 60s, you watching this, you want to find out how to fix certain things about yourself and you don't know how to do it because it bothers you in a certain way. Well, understand most of the things that you're dealing with, it comes from a particular person and your ancestors past, one of your grandparents, one of your great-grandparents, and manifested back in you. Once you understand this, you can put that into perspective, and you can actually control that, because you can say, you know what, I knew it was wrong for them, but it ain't gonna be wrong for me. I'm gonna make it better. This is you grabbing love for the existence of yourself. Even though you're a compilance of everything you come from, you create the existence within yourself for a balance, for divine understanding. And therefore, you're able at that point to be strong enough to carry the karmatic value of your ancestors from the past. Now you can move in the same images as they were to create or recreate the value of what they effed up back in the day. You got to be strong for that. You can't just do that. You got to be strong for that. So all that other what you doing, you running around here, you sound weak. Not an example of where you come from. Understand this problem that y'all be pushing out, oh, you like this, you like that. That's subsequent value that you didn't want to take care of within yourself. Each and every one of us have a level and an understanding, a connection with these vibrations running around us. And sometimes, depending on which it came from in the past, that will run your life, aggress your life, slow you down, or pick you up, or create more disaster, or create more negative aspect. Oh, they scared of this talk right here because it's all over you. You just like so-and-so. You act just the way you do, all that. But we ain't gonna hide from that. The way you fix it is by facing that. When you face it and understand what you is, get a love to yourself so you can rise that back up. But you don't want to do that. You know why? Because you're a sucker. Facts. Instead of looking at it from what it is and putting it in its placement, you rather point the blame and be like, you know what your problem is? No, you know what your problem is? Facts. Naga, yo, we ain't playing no games. It's time to get everything back in order. Stop doing this to y'all children. Stop doing this to your ancestors. Stop doing it to yourself. This is sickening. And they sit back in this energy. They sit back in this energy like sitting in mud and stagnant water. And you will revel in this while it's just sitting there. It's the equivalency of nasty on its highest level. How you ain't gonna represent where you come from correctly? What kind of energy is that you holding with? I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's Naga.